Your dreams are 100% possible, and today it's time to take the next step towards them. That's the message from the moon on this Capricorn First Quarter Moon, September 29th, 2025. Now, all first quarter moons are about taking action to move our goals and dreams forward. This one, though, is specifically focused on achievement and really building a life that makes you proud. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Laura Custo, and I'm the moon phase astrologer and your life strategist for rhythmic living. I'm here to help you make sense of the world by using the lunar cycles. We calm down what's become of modern life and reconnect with your own inner timing. The moon has a rhythm, and it is pulsing through all of us. It's just that we were never taught to hear it. In that vein, if you haven't yet, I want to encourage you to go grab my free guide. It's called the Moon Phase Compass, and it helps you work with the moon's monthly repeatable rhythm in simple foundational ways. Now, in these episodes, I talk about the energies that are layered on top of that foundation, but to really work with it well, you've got to align your actions to those core foundational moon phase rhythms. There are 4 of them, and the Moon Phase Compass gives you for each of those rhythms the 3 steps to working with them. And again, it's totally free. You can go ahead and grab it at lauracusto.com/guide, and I will put a link for that at the top of the show notes. All right, let's get into this Capricorn First Quarter Moon and that message from the moon. Your dreams are 100% possible, and today it's time to take the next step towards them. What does it mean to achieve your dream life? In my experience, this is dramatically different for everyone, and it can even change over the course of your life. But here's the thing. The one thing that we all have in common is that it is a vision we hold for the future state of our lives. It involves bringing the unknown into the known and making it our reality. And with that in mind, I'm going to give you 3 simple steps to use the moon's energy on this Capricorn first quarter to take the next step towards the life of your dreams. So step 1, we're going to get really clear on your dream, and we're going to make sure that it's yours. Now, this first step has some moon patterning first, but then also some logic and internal decisioning that are just really common sense, but I think get away from us. So first, we're going to understand that all first quarter moons are building on a new moon that occurred about 9 months ago. This first quarter is in Capricorn at 7 degrees, and so it's related to the last time we had a new moon in Capricorn at about 7 degrees. And that was almost the last day of 2024, but not quite. It was December 30th, 2024. At the time, the moon was dark and new. The sun and the moon were together at 7 degrees of Capricorn, so we couldn't see the moon. And we were called to go within and set new goals for ourselves. Specifically, we were supported most in setting a goal for ourselves in the area of life that Capricorn oversees in our chart. Now, there are 12 areas of life, from finances to career to health to family and love life. And they're based on the date, time, and place you were born. So they are going to be different, most likely, from the person sitting next to you. Now, if you know astrology and you know your chart, go look at it and find the area of life that Capricorn oversees for you. That's going to give you the clue that you need to most effectively look back, as well as most effectively work with this first quarter. Now, if you don't know the area of life Capricorn oversees, I have 2 ways that I can help you. The first is through Moon Map. It is a short course that I have. It's very affordable, where you can get what I call your map. And what it does is it shows you which area of life Capricorn oversees, as well as all the other zodiac signs. So you can use your moon map forever and ever and ever and ever to track every single moon phase, every single planet. It's an amazing tool to have. I'll put a link for that at the top of the show notes, but it is at lauracusto.com/map. The other way that I can help you is through my monthly membership called Moon Chat. And with Moon Chat, what we do is I spoon feed you 2 days before every single moon phase, a custom email telling you what area of life the moon is going to be supporting. I give you the dates surrounding the moon phase that you need to look backwards to or forwards to, as well as the energies, a little summary of what I talk about in this video, and action steps for what you need to do. So again, moon chat makes it all really, really easy, very little legwork on your part. And that's at lauracusto.com/membership. So links for those both at the top of the show notes. Okay, so we're looking back. And now if you've got it, you know the area of life that Capricorn oversees. So you either wrote down intentions on December 30th, 2024, because you were following the moon then and working with the energies, and you have those handy. Or you could simply, if you weren't working with the moon then and you're new to this, I want to encourage you, go back to your calendar, your emails, look and sent me emails even. Look at your camera roll. What photos were you taking? Or social media posts. But see what was going on in your life and figure out what desires you had at the time. What was your life like? What was your general mood? Were you pretty happy or at least neutral about the things that were going on? Or were you going through a hard time and maybe a little angry or frustrated? Capturing that honest sentiment, as well as exactly what your hopes and dreams were, is actually really important. Okay, now here's where the common sense and the logic piece come in, as well as that internal decisioning. We want to get clarity on your dream. Do you still want that dream? And is it really yours? Or does it belong to someone else? Someone you were trying to please or impress? And another question, probably the most important question, can you get excited about the dream? I also want to mention, if your mood and your general sentiment towards life wasn't great, that is okay too. Recognize that, and I want you to write down one or maybe two things at this time. The first is, what was that negativity going on that you don't want anymore? Just write it down so you've got record of it for the next couple steps here. Second, what can you put in its place that you can get excited about? Now, this is technically optional, but what we're doing at a first quarter moon is essentially we're watering the seeds that you planted last December. And if you don't want to water that seed because it was a negative seed, we're going to pull it out. And you also have the option to replace it with something that you do want to grow. You can replant a new seed. You can change the direction of it, so to speak. So let's go ahead and do that. Write it down and write down what you do want and what you can get excited about. Okay, step 2. We're going to get into the energy of this dream life. That question I asked there, I said it was a big one. Can you get excited about your dream? We're now going to build upon that question, okay? I want you to sit and close your eyes and imagine having that dream become your reality. Imagine yourself living that life. What is beautiful about it? Who is with you and around you that you love? What do your surroundings look like? Most important, how do you feel? The goal here is to really get your body tingling and to have positive emotions flooding through your brain and then the related sensations circulating throughout your body. We're really, really in it. And then identify those feelings. Is it peace? Is it contentment? Is it love? Is it gratitude? Put your finger on them. Name them. And in the days around this first quarter, and any time on into the future really, continue to keep them in mind and take moments throughout your day to imagine your dream becoming a reality. Allow your body to feel what it would feel like to have that dream be real. This embodiment exercise is at the core of manifestation work. It's what all the great teachers talk about, and it's the law of attraction in practice. So you send the signal out and the universe matches it and returns it back to you. All right, step 3. We're going to take action because that's what the first quarter moon is all about. So we have confirmed your dream and you've definitely made it yours. Again, we're not living for someone else here. and you've put yourself into the energy of it, which is a really good test. If you can't feel good about your dream, it's probably not yours, okay? So now again, third step here, it's time to take action. And the few days surrounding September 9th, 2025 are when we're going to do that. Because that's when we have the first quarter, and it's when the moon will be in Capricorn, making this angle with the sun. And we will then be most supported in taking this action towards our dreams. Now, this is because the moon represents our emotions and the sun represents ourselves. And they're in this angle of tension. It's like a right angle like that. They're like kind of meeting. It's like, imagine meeting at a stop sign, a four-way stop. And they're, who's going to go first, right? So we've got this angle of tension. And the only way to resolve it is to get out into the world and do something. Now, of course, the best something that you can do is to do something that works with the moon's energy, which at a first quarter is all about building. So it's about you committing to your dreams, and it's showing the universe that you're serious by, getting some skin in the game. Now, serious is actually a really good word for this first quarter in Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth sign, and it is definitely the most, let's say, studious of all the signs. It's the academic, it's the planner, and the strategist. I jokingly say someone with a lot of Capricorn energy has their retirement planned by the age of 10. So Capricorn puts in the work. It doesn't shy away from that at all. So that's really important here. If you're looking at your dream and the action that's to be taken, and it might involve a lot of effort or work on your part, that's not a bad sign. That's actually a really good signal that your dream is very much aligned. So don't shy away from it. Get out there and do it, okay? Capricorn shows up for itself and for its dreams. So I also want to mention, if that dream that you planted back in December was negative, remember I told you I'd give you some steps here, and now it looks more like a weed and not a seed that you want to grow. Well, the first action that you need to take is to really pull it out, to stop it from growing by course correcting, depending on what it was. So, a couple of examples here, like let's say you're single and you were being negative about dating, and now you realize that you've been dating someone for a few months and you're not really excited about them, and it's got more of a like, I'm settling and this is okay for now kind of vibe. Well, this is your sign. Your action is to break it off. Another example is, let's say you started a project in your professional life that you weren't really excited about, but you knew it would impress someone or it would get you ahead in your career. But now you're looking at it and it's been nothing but a total drain on you. Now is the time to course correct. And so what you could do is you could evolve it into something that you do love, or you can swallow your pride and get some help, get someone else to take it on. Or maybe it's a combination of the two here. You partner with someone to do the parts that you don't like, and you keep the parts that you do. But the big point here is to make a success story out of it, right? So see what's coming up here. Trust that what comes up is your truth and follow it. I want to remind you, the moon's energy is always working with yours. Furthermore, you're here, you're listening to this video. So see where this information takes you. This is a synchronicity. And I want to end with one other thing on step 3 here. This is another little test that you can do, and I do this all the time. So if you're a little hesitant to take action, and it's a big action, so what you can do is first imagine the action being taken, or just imagine the action being over and the problem being solved. Okay, so close your eyes, allow yourself to imagine that, and notice how you feel. And you may not get a whole lot there, okay? But once you've settled into that, the next thing I want you to do is create some contrast. Come back to your reality today, that that situation exists, and again, notice how you feel. Does your body get tight or constrict versus maybe you didn't even realize it, but you actually felt freer or lighter when it was gone? So notice that contrast. It is great validation that yes, you are indeed correct in taking the action that you thought you needed to take. So Now, building the life of our dreams, it's no easy task, but by aligning with the supportive energies above, it can make our daily lives feel less about struggle and more about flow. Now, there is a time to sit back and observe and dream throughout the month, right? These moon phases, cyclical, new moon, first quarter, full moon, last quarter. Those are the 4 phases. But there's also this time to act. And this first quarter is one of those times. So go on, get out there, and take some action that brings your dreams to life. All right, I really hope this has been helpful and you're excited to look into the pattern of your life from last December and then take some action on or around September 29th. And with that, now that you've gotten the message from the moon, I'd love to hear from you. What's coming up for you? What are you noticing from last December? And what will you do this Capricorn first quarter to get closer to your dream life? Drop that in the comments below. All right, enjoy this first quarter, and until next week, take care.